As we await Coach Gill's calling in, just a reminder of this week's schedule. 3 conference games on the slate. Liberty is idle. They'll return to action on the 7th. Saturday's games, Monmouth at Kennesaw State, 1 p.m. on ESPN 3. Gardner-Webb at Presbyterian, 2 p.m. on the Big South Network. And the game of the week for sure, number 1-2 Coastal Carolina at number 19-24 Charleston Southern, 7 p.m. on the American Sports Network. And it appears that Coach Gill is on the line. Coach, good morning.
Good morning. Apologize for their being on there late there.
That's all right. I know with open dates and calling issues, but no problem there. Appreciate you taking the time this morning to talk with us this week. Obviously, Flames moved to get their first conference win with a 45-35 victory over newcomer Kennesaw State. If you could open up, talk about that victory and some of the things that you were pleased with, then we'll start taking questions and talk about what the Flames are have on this week's schedule.
Well, I thought our players played overall one of our better games there, particularly offensively there. We scored there really 7 out of 8 times that we had the football there, and so that was very, very good for us. Defensively there, we made plays when we had to make it. John Lunsford did a great job there. I got another 57-yard field goal, and so I thought it was a good played game. We needed this type of a win. Unfortunately, we hadn't been playing as well the previous 2 weeks, but I give a lot of credit to the opponents. As we all know, Kennesaw State definitely is a very good football team. They do a very good job of coaching, and they have good football players, and so it was a tough, good football game there, and I know that they're going to be reckoned with here in this conference. So I really tip my hat off there to their whole coaching staff.
All right, Coach. At this time, we'll start taking for Liberty head coach Turner Gill. Once again, press *1 on your phone at any time, or click the Q&A link near the top of your browser, and click raise hand if you join us via the web. And while we wait for questions, Coach, Flames with the bye week, obviously, coming off the first 8 games of the year, outside of last week, 4 in a row on the road. Just a good time for the bye week, of course, for you all. What's on the schedule for the team, not preparation-wise, but just this week-wise?
Well, we're going to definitely rest a lot of people. I'm playing already 8 games in a row there, and so I think mentally and physically just going to take some time off and really gather themselves up on academics, really focus on that, and a little bit less minded on the football aspect of it. We'll have a couple of days where we'll have practices, and then our coaches will hit the road, a little bit of recruiting, and so we'll do all those things of that nature to get ourselves ready to finish up this season the right way here with 3 games left after this bye week.
All right. Coach, first questions we have for you are from Damian Sordelet of the Lynchburg News in Advance. Go ahead, Damian.
Morning, Coach. How are you?
Doing well.
I wanted to ask, from the game Saturday, was there anything that you saw improvement-wise in terms of tackling, overall execution in the red zone that you thought that you can build off of going into the bye week and carry over into your next game against Presbyterian?
Well, I think we did a great job. I'm going to say offensively we finished drives. We scored touchdowns. We didn't settle for field goals there. We had a late field goal right before the half when John kicked a 57-yard field goal. But otherwise, I thought offensively we finished drives like we had to finish. Again, that was a good job. I thought defensively, I thought there was, for the most part, there we were assignment well on our football defensively as far as what our assignments were. We still need to improve on our tackling. But overall, I thought our assignment on the defensive side was good, and special teams was solid. We did win the field position by 10 yards as far as that goes. So overall, there was a lot of positive things there, but there's still some things we got to work on, and we'll get those things done this week and next week too.
Does this bye week really help maybe get the guys a little bit more focused after the victory, just to get them steered in the right direction, that what you guys are saying, in terms of, making tackles and when they play their assignments well, that you can build off that, so that way you don't have the letdown of alternating wins and losses that you guys had through the first 6 weeks of the season?
Well, we're gonna look at the things we've done well and then show it to our players. We're also gonna look at the things that we need to improve on, and then making sure we get those fundamentals down, both mentally and physically. But also, we're gonna be more on the particularly this week is rest. It's gonna be more the biggest thing that we're gonna do, but also a lot more mental preparation than maybe physical preparation as far as a lot of the guys who had a whole lot of reps. So our guys will be continue to be focused this week, and also the next week will continue to be refocused and being able to play their best that they can play here in this next week's game.
And with the last 3 weeks being 2 of them at home, 1 with a short week, how vital was it that you did get a bye, albeit this late in the season when you probably wanted one maybe a week or 2 earlier, just to get the guys rested so that way you finish the season, with 3 games. I think it was 19 days or so that you guys can really just get rolling and not have any setbacks.
Well, I think we all know we respect all of our opponents. We got to play our best football games in all 3 games, and we're right now just going to prepare for this one as far as getting ready for Presbyterian and see when we can play our best football game. So our guys will be fresh, both mentally and physically, as we go into this the next week's game.
Aside from the rest and focusing on academics, is there one particular area you want to focus on during this bye week with the entire team, just to make sure they're on track and ready to go once you get back into the work week next week?
Well, I think the biggest thing is for us to improve on is we're going to focus on it from a coach's point of view is the red zone. And I think both on the offense and defensive side of the ball, defensively obviously trying to prevent them from scoring. And then also defensively trying to create more turnovers. And then offensively we've got to be more consistent on capitalizing when we get the ball inside the 20 to score touchdowns. And then another thing is just our field goals. We got to be more consistent on that as far as continuing to work on our protection, our snaps, our hold, and the kick.
Were you pleased that there was didn't even have a bobbled snap, no bad pitches or anything like that on offense? It was a relatively clean game.
Had no turnovers, so that's always a great game when you have 0 turnovers in any football game. And so, yeah, very pleased the way we executed in this ball game.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Damien. And, Coach, that's all the questions that we've had to come in for you, so we'll go ahead and let you go. But appreciate you joining us, and enjoy the open date.
All righty. Thank you.
Thank you.